the power of PlayStation.
Beyond!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Beyond, episode 150. Come on. My name's Greg Miller. I'm the host here of the PlayStation Podcast on IGN.com, alongside Guides Guru Colin Moriarty,
I'm here, Beyond.
Ramblin' Ryan Clements,
What's up, my friend?
and a very special guest, the voice of God, who will join us at whenever it's
Beyond.
Oh, Beyond indeed! Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to Podcast Beyond episode 150 right now on your iPad, iPod Touch, your Jubber Jammers, you gotta stop. You gotta stop right now and you gotta go to IGN.com and watch it. We are doing a video podcast. This is a huge deal for us. The biggest video podcast we've ever done.
It's the biggest video we've ever done.
Exactly.
I bought a Silver Jammers at launch once.
Yeah.
It's the best device I ever purchased.
This is how you want to start the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, jeez. All right. Again, yeah, it's a video podcast. You have to watch it there. We have sight gags all over. Here on the table, we have some lovely merch that a lot of our video game fans and friends in the industry have been nice enough to send us. You got I Heart Just Dance shirts. You got Logan's Shadow, Infamous 2 shirts that were only available at Comic-Con, Persona hats, and Def Jam Rap Star shirts. We're going to be giving that away today. So don't you worry. So much good stuff to come on this podcast.
It is an excellent show.
Let's start it like we always do with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for news. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That's good.
Yeah.
The dedicated listeners, they know that last week we weren't supposed to do a show. But then we ended up doing a show because so much news came out of Germany.
Yes.
Now I got a bit of a hangover from that. There's not a lot of huge stuff happening, Colin.
That's all right.
But I do have this for you.
Okay.
Colin, Sony is looking at the pay-to-play plan of
Yeah.
EA, the online pass
Yeah.
for their games.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How's that sit with you?
Well, I mean, I don't really hate the idea. I understand that they need to make revenue, that they're losing money with used game sales and stuff like that. So if you want to play online on a future title, whatever, they might charge you $10 to do so. But it will come with a voucher still, so if you buy the game new.
You're not really missing anything.
No,
It's
you're
just
not
if
missing
you
anything.
get
I don't
used.
think it's a big deal. I understand why they're doing it, and I think it's totally reasonable, to be perfectly honest with you.
Clements.
No comment.
No comments?
No comment.
What does that mean? You just don't care?
I just don't know enough about it yet.
Oh, well,
I didn't read the news story.
Well,
I didn't see
okay,
it.
so let's explain this to people.
Do
EA
it.
does the online pass, right? Where you
Okay.
buy a game
Right,
new.
that part-
Inside on the back, there's a code that gives you the online
Yes,
options for
that
free.
part I knew.
Okay, Sony's looking at it and saying, oh, maybe we want to do that for our
just
future
with
games.
their games?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
all right.
Killzone 3. Oh, maybe we'll lock out Killzone 3 to use players if they don't get the code by it.
Yeah, it just doesn't bother me because I don't buy anything used.
Okay.
But that's just one person's opinion.
It's interesting. I think people are starting to hate on Sony more for it than EA. I mean, there was a giant firestorm of controversy when that happened for EA. Sony, of course, though, their main calling card for so long has been, free online. You don't have to pay for our service at all. Whereas this would dial it back. Personally, I don't mind it. Again, I think developers are getting the short end of the stick in the used game sales, and I think you should buy your games new anyway. Does the $5 really piss you off that much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know.
You
It's
what I'm saying?
$5.
They just need to execute it properly, I know THQ had a lot of problems, I think it was, with like the codes, and people didn't realize what they were redeeming. They thought they had to buy something right when they put the game in. It wasn't clear that they had to put the voucher in. So as long as they're clear with it, I think it's going to
I think as more people get used to it now, it'll be fine. I think EA reported that it's like, 70-80% of those codes are getting redeemed.
Yep.
Like, people understand the concept there behind it, so.
We just need a Kevin Butler ad to explain how the process works.
Hey, stop buying used games.
Or Kyle
What do you think,
Kamara.
Scraps?
Gets rolled up out of it. What is Scraps?
Scraps the dog from the Kevin Butler commercial.
I missed Scraps.
Remember when the dad buys Ratchet and Clank and the family's over with Kevin Butler and then the dog Scraps is like,
Okay, I'm there with you. Go.
Oh my God.
Oh, we got PlayStation Move.
Yeah,
How about that? It's here.
Ooh.
Feel that guy, huh?
Ryan?
Oh,
future.
Thank you.
No, they don't hurt at all. They bounce right off.
Oh, okay.
You could squeeze them.
I bet you didn't know that, Colin.
No, I didn't. I
Oh
thought
my
they were hard
God.
plastic before
Yeah.
I got my.
Oh, I
Really?
totally didn't know that.
IGN's had a PlayStation Move FAQ for a long time. Thanks for reading it, guys.
Well,
Come on.
Also,
my
embarrassingly, we
apologies.
played with this at E3, and I don't think I realized.
I also just
I was
was-
always afraid touching it before I knew that it was soft would screw up how it would read it or something.
Or electrocute you, perhaps.
Do you think
perhaps.
I'm like damaging it right now?
No,
By
I don't think so.
squeezing it?
I think it's
No.
pretty
You're
much
just
the
gonna sit there
most
and kinda just-
unbreakable controller
I'm
of all
really,
time.
I mean, the obsessive part of me is now saying, how long can you do this for without giving up?
There it is. Look at how squishy that is. I forgot we can use the visual aids now. We can show you whatever. Look at that. Not at all
Wait,
what
hold
people
on, ready?
think.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Squeaky, squeaky.
There we go. So sorry.
Speaking of PlayStation Move, NBA 2K11 will support PlayStation Move and 3D. I know we're all super excited about
great.
that. This is like my nightmare when games for no reason start including it. I don't want to dribble with the PlayStation Move. I don't want to do this, and then when I'm ready to shoot, pull up and do that. No thanks. Now, granted,
that?
I'm usually not playing NBA 11 to begin with. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Although,
2K11.
we're talking all this stuff and about how squishy it is, but we do like it so far, right? I think PlayStation Move is awesome. I'm talking about Move in general.
Yeah, okay. From the preview events, I'm always it could be cool, it could be not. Let's see how the software performs. If you're interested in how PlayStation Move turns out, September 1st we're gonna have a bevy of reviews. Everything that
a bevy
they've given us. Yeah, we have like I think it's 7 reviews.
Yeah, we had all
3
split
separate
up.
previews and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, all split up.
I'll be taking mine home tonight.
Yeah.
To play a little Move.
You're also taking the Sports Champions home.
Oh,
right?
I will be taking.
You're not
Sports
reviewing
Champions.
that one. I am, but you want the trophies out of it.
Yeah, obviously. I'm really just excited to play it. I was really impressed when we saw it at E3. So.
Okay.
It's fun.
I'm excited that it seems like the Move games are going to be super easy for trophies.
Yeah, I
And
think
we
so.
know that's what I want.
Yeah, I wrote the whole list down for IGN Facts, and I was just kind of reading over them. There's one secret one. I don't know what it is.
For Sports Champions?
Yeah.
Do the rest seem attainable? Is it
Yeah,
something
yeah.
crazy?
It's just like, you just have to basically win everything. Sometimes you have to go back and win again with a higher score or something like that. And one of them is even to use 2 Move controllers instead of a navigation and a Move controller. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Gearbox is going to announce a new game at PAX. Gearbox, of course, gave us Borderlands. Ryan, you loved that game.
I do love that game.
There's another Death Spanking coming. Another Death Spank coming.
Death Spanking?
Death Spanking.
Maybe even more interesting game, right? It's coming next month already. That's what I like. If you're going to do episodic content, pump it out right away.
Yeah, that's really good.
But they're not interconnected, right? Like the games.
Yeah, does it have a different setting or something?
Yeah, it's Thongs of Virtue, I think. Is that right? It's Thongs of something.
It's not throngs, it's thongs?
Thongs. Well, in the game, the thong he wears is a big part of it.
Awesome. I didn't actually. Yeah, sorry.
Because at the end of the game, spoilers. Don't you run into like a new environment and then like you say?
I don't know. I burned out.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this is fun. This is fun. And something else came. I was like, oh.
I was just disappointed that I read
Mafia,
that
yeah.
your level gets reset and stuff like that. It's kind of.
Oh, he gets his powers.
I wasn't a
stripped
huge
away.
fan of the first one. I gotta be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people liked it.
It was
Steimer
cool.
loved it.
I had to shut the voice acting off because that was really obnoxious.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
He's got that Captain Quark feel from Ratchet and Clank,
Yeah,
which I dig.
he really does.
And Quark's awesome in small doses, but every line can get tiresome, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm worried about Ratchet and Clank All for One. Am I getting the title
Yeah,
right?
that's right, yeah.
I think that game's going to be totally rad. I'm sure I'll probably play it. But the fact that Captain Quark is one of the main characters, I don't know. How's that going to work?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Who cares? They're working on Resistance 2.
Whatever.
3 anyway. 2.
That's all you care about?
Yeah.
Bad news, they announced on their Twitter today that no more news at PAX.
Really?
Yeah, no more news on Resistance at PAX.
That's all right. They can go dark again as long as they
You're
show
happy?
us
Now that you know it exists,
Yeah.
you're fine?
Chimera Foot.
Yeah, Kyle the Chimera. They were
Kyle
they
the
were trying to
Chimera.
work. They had to kind of start everything over again when they were
And
listening
who
to
doesn't
Podcast
like
Beyond.
to move?
Yeah. When they listened to Podcast Beyond last week, they were like, we got to scrap this and start over again because Kyle the Chimera is now going to be the main character.
That's the actual thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Colin, possibly the biggest real news story of this week is the fact that you have finally broke even on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, more than even. Actually.
Exactly. If you haven't been following this on ps3.ign.com, we every other week when they update PlayStation Plus, we update our article showing that the initial $50 investment, and here's how much stuff we've gotten out of it. And I'm only at I'm still negative $38. I've only used like $12.
You got so much
or something like
time
that.
though, dude.
Yeah,
You got so
yeah.
much
We
time.
have a year to go through it. But
It's like what, 8 weeks or something?
Yeah,
like that?
he's plus $8 now.
Okay.
He's made it that far.
And I'm sorry, can you reiterate how long have we had this service?
I think it's 8 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
this is week 8.
It's 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You've already saved.
I'm plus 8 now.
You're plus $8.
Yeah, so I guess Mushroom Wars, I didn't have that, so that's a $10 savings.
I picked that up. Yeah, I picked that up this week too. I never played that.
And you got Vampires too, but or whatever, the PSP mini,
it's
or
a
the
mini,
PlayStation mini game. But then, yeah, I bought like Cuboid, which is actually a pretty cool game, and the DLC packs. I didn't have Stardust, so I bought that.
Yeah.
And you're playing it now. Thank God.
Yeah,
It's
oh
about
my
time.
god, Super Stardust.
Anyone who does not have Stardust needs to buy Stardust.
It really is awesome. Like I played it and messed with it, and I was just like, I'm not into arcade games too much, or whatever arcadey like games, but it's really addicting. And Clemence's score is so much higher than mine. His high score is like 108
from
million,
practice.
and mine is like 18 million.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see what I can do to
Yeah,
whittle
Are you
it
gonna
out.
try? Are you gonna try to get Shatter good at it?
Oh, I would love to be Shatter good at it, yeah. Because I'm like number 230 or something in the world in Shatter, but I'm like 58,000.
You could probably just use Shatter to see through time. You're so good at it. Whereas I suck at that game, and I love it. No, especially that soundtrack.
Oh, the soundtrack's-
Also another highly recommended piece of downloadable content.
Yes. Come out with a sequel, please.
Yes.
Please, Greg.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'll go start working on it right now.
Thank you.
Okay, so the real news is done now. Still in the Roper Report, however, we have 3 Beyond events for people here who want to be part of Team PlayStation, as we know they want to. And they're big ones, actually, too. Next week is PAX. I'm going, and I'm super excited, because I'm going to PAX, and this will be my first time in the 3.5, 4 years I've worked in the industry where I won't be covering the show. I'm strictly going there as a
you're just
community
going for
role.
fun.
I'm going as a community role, and the first stop on the community role journey is that the PlayStation blog, along with Zombie Blogneck, is teaming with IGN for a fan meet and greet. So you can come out and play a whole bunch of games that aren't released yet. You can come out and meet me. You can meet Zombie Blogneck. Chobot might be there. 50-50 on that one. But if, you know,
You
this
just got
is
an
your
extra
chance.
100,000
This
people.
is your chance.
come.
Why I think I'm dropping the name. This is your chance to come out and meet all of us, play a bunch of games, get free T-shirts, get free stuff. The information's there. You know, it's at PAX Top Pop Donuts. I have no idea where that is, but it's somewhere in Seattle.
It's somewhere, yeah.
Thursday, 7:30. You figure it's the night before PAX. This is a great time. You get to your hotel. You're parched. Hey, a giant donut. That's what I want.
Yeah,
And
that'll
I'm gonna
quench your thirst.
I'm gonna go play some PSP games with everybody. The really neat thing about this for you guys is that there's gonna be a competition Blognac's holding with PSP games. I'll of course have Valkyria Chronicles and Metal Gear there, so I'll be able to play with anybody who wants to play a little co-op action. However, there's a competition breakdown, and the winners of those, or maybe even just the one winner, it gets a special Blognac-led behind closed doors awesome experience at PAX for the Sony booth, which sounds phenomenal.
That's
for
really
everybody.
cool.
Yeah. The next big one is that IGN has teamed up with Extra Life. If you're familiar with this is a charity run by Sarcastic Gamer. It's this yearly event, annual deal, where they get together and play games for 24 hours straight. And it's kind of like a marathon pledge drive, right? Where you show up, you pick who you want to give money to, you donate some money, and then they go play for 24 hours thing. We have a giant team of IGN editors who are doing it. It's getting bigger and bigger by the day. Colin's on it.
Yeah, I'm on it. I've gotten a few donations, which is really generous so far.
Embarrassingly, Christine Steimer's beating all of us. Someone
Yeah.
donated $500 to Christine
Wow.
Steimer. So
That's huge.
I'm just asking for your $10, your 5 spots, anything you can give us.
Yeah, I mean, that's there's so much time to fill for 24 hours or whatever. I was saying to people on my Facebook that if you donate like even $1 an hour or whatever, it's like 24, 25 bucks or whatever, I'll let you pick a game that I'll mess around with for at least an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
So
And that's the thing too. Yeah, we'll be playing with people. There'll be online games. I'm trying to get some cool exclusives out of it. I'm sure we'll be giving away stuff. We're hoping to Ustream, right? Voice in the Sky. Like we're gonna have some.
Maybe.
We'll have some kind of video presence
God
there.
is really angry
So it'll be
today.
awesome. If you need more details on it, and for some reason you're not watching the Awesome Video Podcast, it's go.ign.com/CEMEKT. It rolls right off the tongue there. I love the Go IGN links that make no sense whatsoever.
That's nice.
And then the final one here. This is your chance to win some free games at either my Heartbreak or a Beyond listener like yourself's Heartbreak. A man named Chad Cranford. He comes out of the blue the other day. Facebook messaged me. He went to Texas A&M. I went to the University of Missouri, of course, the best school in the Big 12.
Okay.
Soon to be the Big 10. And anyways, he says, you know what? A&M, Mizzou, they play this year, October 16th, same day as the Extra Life
Oh,
thing. How about a little bet? So right now, me and this Chad fella have a bet. Basically what happens is, if Mizzou wins, Chad is going to have to buy a Beyond Listener Gran Turismo 5 Signature Edition, or Collector's Edition, sorry, here in America. If Mizzou loses, I'm going to buy a Beyond Listener Little Big Planet 2. So there you go. You're getting a free game. The way to enter this one is you got to send an email to beyond@ign.com predicting the final score and the correct winner. So you got to say Mizzou's going to win, the score will be 14-7.
Okay.
And then whoever's closest and gets it in first, they get the prize when it actually happens.
Beautiful.
So either you lose or Chad loses, but the readers can't lose.
Readers can't lose, no. Or listeners, whoever they are, or viewers today. I don't know.
viewers,
There's nothing that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Of course,
Nothing can
nothing
go
can
wrong.
possibly go wrong with this plan, right? Kyle spitting out sparks. Colin,
Yes.
Little Big Planet 2,
Uh-huh.
Gran Turismo 5.
Yes.
Big games,
Huge
not
games.
out right now.
No, not out yet.
Where could I go if I wanted to know what is in stores at this very moment?
Well, you go to the official IGN list of upcoming PlayStation software on all 3 platforms by the IGN editors.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah. Boo, 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 boo. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have some sad news for Clements, your old friend PlayStation 2. He has no games coming out for him this week.
He is an old friend, but it's okay. This has been a long time coming.
And Greg, your good friend PSP,
Yeah.
also doesn't have any new games.
Well, he's getting ready for Valkyria Chronicles next
Yeah.
week. He's got things on his mind.
But PlayStation 3 does have one new game.
Okay.
Mafia 2. You gave it a 7.
And you agree with that score. You're doing the guide for it.
Yeah, 100% agree with that score.
Okay, good.
100%.
There you go, kids. Suck it.
Yeah, it's I like to me an obvious 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
It's fun. It has flaws.
Yeah, it does.
It's a 7 I recommend to somebody who's interested in, hey, I want to play a gangster game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, awesome. There you go.
I think I love the presentation. I think the voice acting is obviously awesome. I'm a sucker for mafia stuff.
Yeah.
Or mobster stuff. But I think the Godfather games are better. And if you were to meld the Godfather gameplay with the presentation and production values of Mafia 2, you'd have a really a phenomenal game.
Right, yeah. Before we talk any more about Mafia here,
Yes.
maybe. Well, Clements, give me, what's the PSN update this week? What's going on there?
Well, I hope you printed it out for me.
Of course I did.
because
I told you the schedules and everything. This is the most detailed and planned out podcast we had of all time.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
I'm glad you told me about it.
Yeah.
All right, so Shank.
Yeah.
We have that this week. Pixel Junk Racer's second lap is this week. PSP has Zuma. I thought Zuma was PS3 first.
It was, yeah.
Okay.
It was a PSN
All right.
game. Now it's over to PSP.
Now it's coming to PSP. Mini. Oh, I love the minis. I love when we have minis to talk about. Arcade, air hockey, and bowling. Now is that all one game?
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
one
one
game.
game.
Arcade, air hockey, and bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine you're at the arcade. You know how
Right.
they got the air hockey table,
Right,
and then they got
you
the
go
bowling.
bowl.
And then you go bowl.
But it's all one.
It's all one game. You're getting 2 games in one, in a mini, in a PSP.
Oh my god.
Also, we made
so
this-
the game is in the PSP.
It's like say we took an apple empanada and put it inside a calzone and wrapped it in pasta sauce.
and wrapped it in pasta. That's good. Hey, on the list, because we made this list a while ago and it wasn't announced yet, but
Yeah.
also Press Your Luck came out.
Oh, right,
yesterday,
right,
and I
right.
reviewed that. I gave it a 5.
Oh, come on. Out of 5?
5 out of 5, yeah. Big
No.
bucks, no whammies, stop.
No.
Can we say though that out of these, I'm digging Shank from what I've seen of it so far. I haven't actually played it yet, but every time I look over at Arthur's desk,
Well then.
I'm intrigued.
It sounds like we have a conversation. For pick of the week. I go Mafia 2.
Yeah.
I played Shank at events and I've talked to Arthur and I read his review.
Okay.
And Shank sounds like it'd be more annoying to me than Mafia 2 would be.
Okay.
Like and especially playing Mafia 2, I enjoyed Mafia 2. I had a great time with it. Whereas Shank looks really great, right? But then there's these really difficult spikes and stuff like that, and you got to wait for animations to finish and stuff. That kind of pushes me back.
Okay. Gotcha.
I haven't played Shank, so I have no opinion on it. I know that it got an identical score.
Yeah, making
as
it all the
Mafia.
tougher.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Well, the totally uneducated opinion coming from me,
No.
who has played neither game, I'd have to go with Super Stardust HD.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining Podcast Beyond for the first time, this is why you want to come here, for cutting-edge wisdom on the most current games.
Honestly, like, there's nothing about Mafia 2 intrigues me at all. I'm not huge into like the kind of Italian mobster stories.
'Cause you lived it.
Because I lived it.
Yeah.
Being half Italian and having a family completely unconnected to the mob.
That's how you got this job.
Yes, exactly.
Grandfather pulled some strings.
Yeah.
He did. Beautiful. Also, yeah, I just think Shank looks awesome. Even if you just
looks
wanna,
awesome
if you
for
just
sure.
want to
No.
play that game just to get
It's
a
beautiful
visual
in
treat.
motion. Like, I've played it, and
Yeah.
I mean, I love it in motion. Don't get me wrong. It's one of those, I mean, there's something for each of them, right? Like, you wouldn't go wrong, I think, with either of these games. If you want to do Shank like this and run around and blow people up and stab them in the face, awesome. More power to you, you know what I mean? I don't know. I like Mafia. I think Mafia gives me more for my money, and I think it's a bit better than Shank, is my
Fair enough.
my final opinion.
I accept that.
Okay.
Keeping with Mafia 2, just the tip time. Just the tip. What do you got here? Give the kids some trophy tips here for their Mafia 2. You're sitting down, you're playing Mafia 2. How can I earn some silvers, some bronzes? Some
Oh,
golds?
well, I mean, if you just play the game through on hard, because the game's really not difficult.
It's not that bad
at all. And so play through on hard. There's 2 gold trophies. You get them both when you beat the last chapter. This is going to be an easy platinum for a lot of people to get. My guide that I'm working on now has most of the Playboy locations. There's 50 of them. I'll do the wanted posters probably next week. There's 159 of those. You need to get all that stuff for silver trophies. Most of the trophies you get just by playing.
Yeah.
There are a few ones that you have to kind of go out of your way to get, or just be kind of conscientious of what you're doing.
The one that I missed my first time through and have been able to get back and see and make sure I'd get it again is the helping woman with her car.
Yeah, I missed that one too.
As soon as you're done at your mom's apartment for the first time and you go to meet Joe at his, take the long, like when you come out, go straight to the road, and then as you walk, there's going to be a couple arguing in front of a broken car. That's where you want to go. You want to get that one.
Yeah, just listen to them, have their conversation. The guy will venture off.
Say some
angry.
mean things. Some very unattractive things is what he'll
Well,
do.
she was being mean to him too, to be fair.
Yeah, she did. She called
Then
him,
you just
called him
follow the on-screen prompt, fix the car,
Yeah.
done, bronze trophy.
Bam, there it is.
So this is definitely a gettable platinum. Plus we have the official, or I shouldn't say official, but the exclusive DLC for, what is it, Jimmy's
it's-
Vendetta or something like that?
Is it-
Vendetta Jimmy or something like that?
There's one that's coming to everyone that's called like Jimmy's Revenge or Jimmy's something, and then we have the one before that, I believe.
Right.
Jimmy's
You should have had a voucher for it in your box.
Exactly. Yeah. It's going to be on the back of the manual again, isn't it?
Yep. And it's got silvers and bronzes to get to, but that doesn't count towards your platinum or whatever. So you spend a weekend with that game.
And that one can be tough. Like you definitely want to play the game at first, because like I think the gameplay of Mafia 2 isn't like, I remember I was like 3/4 of the way done. And I was like, man, on hard this can't be that bad because I don't really fight that much. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking cover all the time, but like then it's over. And I have to
you
worry
walked
about
into fire and you instantly died.
This is a bad
Isn't that where you,
Yeah,
the first time I saw you play that game, you were like running and your guy like kind of stepped in a little bit of hot ash and he just burst into flames and died.
Well, I was just like, maybe there's a Playboy magazine over here. That he's like, ah!
And that's all she wrote.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's an easily gettable platinum.
Oh, definitely. I have 14 right now, so I imagine it'll be my 15th. And I'm creeping on you, Greg.
I know.
Creeping on you very slowly. We were talking about that at lunch today.
If fans haven't been watching, I've been in front of Colin the entirety that I knew him. And for a long time, he was gaining on me on the trophy count. And then I gave him the stiff arm and pulled way ahead during the Trophy Horror War, I think is when we actually did it. But since then, I've been playing PSP games. I am invested in Valkyria Chronicles 2 right now. Look for that review next week. But before then, yes.
Enjoying it so far?
Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, if you like the first one, or even if you didn't, man.
Did you ever get a chance to beat the first one, though?
No, I never got all the way to the end of the first one.
Gotcha. But you played a good chunk of it.
Oh yeah,
right?
I played the majority of it. It's one of those ones I never doubled back to because it was the same thing of, wait, are they gonna add trophies to it? Well, I don't know, blah blah blah. I'm probably like an hour outside of that, finishing it. Like, I mean, I'm all the way up there, but yeah.
All right.